Welcome to Kickstarter Radio 1 and 2.4. I'm host Lipstickpaddy, and this is my most tentative title in quarter 4 this year. And oh my goodness me, have we got a banger here. Now, I don't think I've seen a game on Kickstarter this ambitious at all. It is literally throwing everything at this adventure genre that innovate left, right and centre, bringing incredible parts of RPG class building, bringing the open world into really exciting as it levels up with you, similar to Explore It, I must admit, and has incredible vision on how you go across the map, and then it zooms in to the town, and then it zooms into the dungeon. It looks great. Now, there is 2 types of gameplay in games in general. There are the meta ones where, like, when you see a kid building a box and making a little tower out of it and going inside, that is when you have your most fun. Yeah, when you go to structured fun, like when you're doing a puzzle, that's also fun. But many games don't have that first type of fun, that meta fun, whereas this game does. Because when you're strong enough, you then will go, I now have a perfect opportunity to go and roll over all those bosses at my level and get all the great loot. So the stuff in the open world that you just go and have fun with. I can't wait to go and knock this guy out and see what he has, etc. I can't wait to build my character by going doing this side mission. I'm just going to go to this place, see what they have there. That's you having a little bit of fun. That's true open world juiciness that this game has, whilst it does have that structured stuff where you're following the campaign and doing quests and stuff like that. But it's just fabulous. You know, Explore It, the game that I love, also has this feature where you can go off and do stuff and have a little bit of fun in the world. It sure, if there's any game like it, it is Explore It, but this is doing it in a different way, a new style, a different kind of genre, perhaps. It's certainly much deeper in its role play of your character, with character growth and dice and all that good stuff. So for me, they are both perfect games for any adventure fan. Whereas the Explore It has its 5 volumes and volume 6 coming, with campaign books for the first 2 volumes, campaign coming for volume 3. That is an exciting series that's still ongoing. Here, Story of Many is at the minute one game on its own. But hey, before I go down, they've even announced an expansion, The Sunken Empire. We just saw it then on this rolling screen. So, potentially, I mean, if there's any titles on the market, genre-wise, adventure games always have potential to grow. So, that's what's exciting. Explore It has 6 volumes. Looks like Story of Many, this is volume 1. Sunken Empire could be volume 1's expansion box. I wouldn't call Sunken Empire volume 2 by any stretch. It's just an expansion, and that's good to see. But I'll tell you now, this is going to be the start of a journey. I've not seen this page, the official page. I have been following this campaign of the many updates that came out pre-campaign, and it's tentative because of its giant ambitiousness. It's just so exciting. It's like a marquee game on crowdfunding. It just looks delicious. 16,000 people following, only 720 backers so far. But I'm sure when people come home from work, they're going to be on this. Dun, 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 dun. Let's have a look at you. What do you get? €279. That's a magical it's about $300, is it? Holy smoke. Now, I do appreciate Fortella. I think all adventure games should have this. It's a mark of excellence that you are standing above the parapet and announcing that your adventure game is so good it needs professional third-party music and voice acting. Hell yeah! Heck, Vampire the Chapters has voice acting from Fortella and music. Icefarian Guard has Fortella. Gloomhaven has Fortella. You know, the list goes on. Excuse me, drink my drink. Right, so core box, there's going to be plenty in there. The expansion, of course, which is, remember, Volume 1 with the expansion. It's not Volume 2. Stretch goals, we're going to look at that. I haven't seen them. Ultimate Box standees. This is going to give you more standees for the range of monsters and potentially NPCs. The Reaver Witch extra class gets thrown in this all-in pledge, even though this is supposed to be a freebie. Book of Lore. I think that's going to be important going forward because one of the exciting things about Hexplorer, and the reason I'm talking about Hexplorer is because when you know how Hexplorer evolved, you can kind of get a prediction of how this game's brand will evolve. Now, this Book of Lore for me is important because what Hexplorer did years later, they produced a full role-playing book, choose your own adventure, much deeper with narration. And I think this could bless this franchise going forward, because let's say Story of Many Volume 2 comes out, and it could then bring out a full role-playing campaign that's based in Story of Many Volume 1 here. Because not only do you get the game, but in the future you get the role-playing game that you can play with all the components from that box. So I think it's going to be great, and I think when you're coming in this, if you're coming on this pledge, realise that it's going to be coming back with more volumes and stuff. I think that's the ambition here, because the look of the game is so polished, beautiful. I want to say AAA-like. I don't believe AAA exists in board gaming, but hey, let's go down and have a look, shall we? And if you got this far in the video, please give it a like. Tell YouTube this video is worth promoting. Yes, indeed. Now, they do have characters that are animal-based. I've told you before, I would put it in the fire. I really don't like that in fantasy games, unless it's a specific druid class. But druid classes don't generally become half a human, do they? It's kind of animal or not. Alright, classes itself as a grim, dark fantasy. Exploration, fast-paced combat. Create your hero, explore land, choose wisely. Right, beautiful map. Fully explorational. When you look at it now, it could be level 1. You get so far in the campaign, it goes to level 2 and everything changes on the map. There's 5 upgrade levels. It sounds delicious because once it jumps up a level, new content comes around, new bosses come around, dungeons come around, and I'm guessing locations evolve from what happened in the first part of it. All right. The Book of Rumors. They do have this interesting part of the game where you go into towns and you ask people. It's a little bit of an adventure, and you might get a rumour to help you find stuff, like a dungeon or a boss or something like this. Now, the character design sheets here, this is just the tip of the iceberg, isn't it, when it comes to your character? Now, it's got someone here writing in here. I think a piece of paper goes in between here, like a sandwich, and you can write out your stuff. It almost is important, isn't it, when games come from role-playing, that there is this writing on a piece of paper, dry erase board, or whatever it is. They want you to write stuff down. It is exciting, isn't it? But, yeah, leather vest, Morningstar, steel shield. Now, that's obviously for simplification. I don't know if you're going to have cards to show this or whatnot. We're going to have a look anyway. I know when these adventure games come from roleplay and they do this whole tabletop experience, there is this concept of streamlining things. But and streamlining means take stuff away mainly. Standard is 104. Now, it says Book of Adventures, there's 2 volumes, but when I call it a volume, I'm talking big box 1. Now, so it does have cards for weapons and armor. So, you know, I guess you get the card and then you fill it in here. All right. So if you go to Elite, you get more miniatures, 10 classes. So do you not get your class thing if you go for the cheapo edition? I mean, come on, it is technically the cheapo edition, 104 euros. Do you not get anything for your character? It doesn't look like it, doesn't it? You're gonna have to stump up if you want a miniature for your class. You do get furniture though, and doors and things like that. So chests. Yeah, I guess there would be no retail version for these. They are super, I want to say niche, because the adventure genre, certainly on retail, is like, you can count them on one hand. They're just coming out with less of these, and the only way you can get these games is crowdfunding. I mean, you know, I just shake my head. I mean, the more people coming into the industry, obviously hobbyists, you know, hopefully this is going to be seen, but, you know, just look at all these big campaigns, or all these massive adventure ones that we're seeing. Anyway, they rarely go to retail unless they break something like 20 million. It has to be absolutely ginormous before it will come to retail. So, yeah. And of course, it's got stretch pay. We're on Gamefound, of course. So all in 279. That's not bad, you know. It said standees. Why am I looking at minis here? There is more. So why do I call this an expansion and not another volume? Well, it's certainly not big. It's not giant like the box. It's just expanding it a little bit, and but it looks phenomenal. I mean, you know, like I say, everything they're doing here just genuinely looks stunning. So yeah, you're going to be going into the ocean, you get seas and stuff. It sounds delicious. And it's probably going to fold into the campaign anyway, because there's a new story arc that you can go there and do some stuff. Again, it's this kind of adding, expanding. The Ultimate Standee Collection. That's what that black box is. A Bog Shaman class. What the feck is that? Wow. There's the little Standee. Dude. Just so exciting. These classes are like, epic. Just content, isn't it? More tiles, events, and secrets, things like this. But the class is a big one, obviously. Let's have a look at this Ultimate Standee box. Most of the information's in these buttons, isn't it, on Gamefound? Only €35, this. Ooh. Oh man, these standees. I know it's going to be. If I wanted standees, I would have preferred, of course, acrylic standees. But there is 800 of them. Of course, it's the Ultimate Standee box. Okay. Where's the minis? The combat grid overlays. 50 combat grid sheets. These are already in the all-in. These spear books, this is how you're designing your class. Some extra goodness. Probably going to put that on, I guess. So it has multiple plays and things like that. Radio, so this is all fantastic stuff. And racial cards, this is good again for adding to your character when you're growing, pick your class, pick your racial. Then you've got these class spheres, and you can mix and match these. You can hybridize yourself. It's got a really interesting class combination. 90 elite enemies. So yeah, I mean, if you go through the updates, it goes through all these in a lot more detail than this. This is more of a rule book, what you should get in the box kind of thing. Dice there for the enemies. If you go for the elite, you do get 64 minis, it says. Oh. Okay, and you get the minis for the elemental things. These are your summons, I guess, potentially. Loads of cards out on the table. Yeah, it's definitely open world. Choice-driven adventures, yes. Yeah, the reason I say that this campaign book is potentially in its future, because the campaign is on rails all the way. Here, it's kind of open world with choose your own adventure that way, whereas campaign on rails is a different experience, but it could potentially come here in the future. It calls itself the Ultimate Character Creation, and oh my god, it's bananas crazy, super fantastic It really is. It clearly has the markings of role-playing goodness inside it. Yeah. 280 items plus stretch goals. 180 plus stretch goals, unique enemies. Fast dice combat. You know, if you really pony it up for this, meaning, you know, you're quite happy to back this, and you might have a little bit of extra change. On my channel, I just covered Dice Tomes. They are a book that has your class perfected. I think it would be an amazing accompaniment for this game to have that. So you've got specific dice for each of the class. You know, place to store your stuff. I think it would be a perfect accessory to go with Story of Many. You know? All right. I guess he's got lion feet. Maybe is a druid fighter. But I don't know. I'm still a little bit funny about it. It is interesting to see a woman in full armor, isn't it? You know what I mean? It does look delish. Yeah, pirate class definitely going to be interesting if you go on the water and stuff. That's going to be good. You notice these classes do have these interesting trees, and you can mix and match this stuff. There's the witch, rogue, beautiful. Seer, look at this black. The blackness here. This is, you can kind of see the dark, what is it again? Dark fantasy, it calls itself. Yeah, 40 adventures with 710 unique adventure tiles. So you are going to be immersed in this experience visually all the time. Every adventure has a unique theme, story and goal that sometimes remains elusive, even towards the end of the adventure. Yeah, you've got to do rumours and stuff. It is accompanied by a unique map that is a collection of tiles, uncovered as the party progresses, creating a complete fog of war. Love it. That's right, you're not going to see anything on the map until you get close. Or you hear a rumour and then you put a marker on that map, but you won't know what's there until you get there. Great stuff. The story arc adventure. They constitute the ongoing story of the 3 different campaigns of Story of Many. One-shot adventures. It does say you could play this a one-shot mode. I don't think many people will be doing that, or unless you want to try a class out. Maybe. World adventures. Few and linked to time events during the campaign. They tend to be longer than other adventures, sometimes requiring 2 or more sessions for completeness. I mean, it does look like it's one of those games that you're going to leave on the table. have this nasty. For rest of the world shipping, please contact us at contact. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Just put Mexico in. I mean, come on. Is there not enough expats, board gamers here in Mexico? There is board game cafes here in Mexico, you know. All right, so I guess I'm going to have to contact them via email and say, what the heck? All right, we've got gameplay videos. These are going to be super awesome to check out. I'm very excited about the game. You can see why am I backing it. The Dungeon Dive. This guy specializes in adventure games. So, and my sheer excitement for this game will be mirrored by the Dungeon Dive. I guarantee it. We are all in the same boat if you love this genre. Alrighty. Well, I guess if you want to know more information, if you want to have a longer video of this, you can check out my other video where I go in the updates here, because the updates are give you more about the expansion, give you more about the components in the box, give you more about how the combat works, give you more about the gameplay, give you more, keep going down, of how the open world will look. I covered this in my other video. I'll put it in the comment below. And the best one to look for is character design. I'll just quickly go in here for a quick dab your feet in it. Come on. Look at that. Juicy. Look at that. Defense tree. 14 general trees, so you can mix and match from here. Class trees. So, you know, potentially you can go bananas by picking different one here. You can see this fighter has a little bit of ranged in his setup here. It's just, you know, potentially what he wanted. You could have given the fighter a spell or something like that. That'd be nice, to put a magic shield around you. Like, you can go absolutely bananas with it all. And, you know, potentially stuff unlocks, things like that. It's just very, very exciting, peeps. All right, what can I say? 279? With Foretell in there. What is there not to like? It's looking absolutely fantastic. I think this is the most exciting crowdfunding game of the year. I think it's absolutely massive. And I think, I know Gamefound, Awaken Realms are doing an adventure game that's coming soon. And I think that's also got a lot of optimism and hype for. But I'll tell you now, it is in the shadow of Story of Many. This is the one that you need to take a little bit closer attention to, because the ambition here is second to none. Second to none. And yeah, I look forward to seeing more stretch goals and stuff like that. And as the updates have always been fantastic, I will come back and do a final video. It's got a beautiful 20 days left, so a 21-day campaign. And I look forward to finding out more information as the campaign goes on. So, yeah. Love to know your thoughts down below. I know my first video that I covered on this, I had a lot of comments. So comment down below what you think and all that good stuff. Do check out more gameplay videos, of course. You can check out my video that I went over all the updates on before this project came out, and it blew me away, peeps. Oh my god. Let's just have a look. Is Mexico in here? Oh, it's going up. That comes in the big box. Extra sphere books don't come in. Yeah, look at that. Let's just pretend I'm going for it here. Oh, hey! What? It does have Mexico shipping. 16% tax. This is interesting, isn't it? It tells you the tax of the country you're going in, so you know you're not going to be paying fees when it comes in. This is new. But it doesn't have the shipping yet from Mexico, does it? So stick that in your pipe and smoke it. I've still got to find out what that is. And I guess if information doesn't come out in the full campaign, it'll be $1 pledge until they can get it sorted, won't it? Wow. Let me know your thoughts. Is your country not in the list? Are you rest of the world also? I don't know how many percentage of people subscribers are from rest of the world. I think it's around 20% of my channel subscribers are rest of the world. But 50% from USA, interestingly. Thank you, all subscribers, by the way. We are getting close to 1,000 subs. So, if you like the content, please think about subscribing. And, do yourself a favor. Go to my playlist and look at my special programs. I guarantee there'll be a video that you are interested in that you can watch right about now. Do it. Do yourself a favor. I'm pretty sure you'll like my take on the industry and all the special programs I've done. I love doing those programs. Anyway, this has been Kickstarter Radio 102.4. I've been your host, Lipstickpaddy, covering Story of Many, my most anticipated game of Q4 this year, and it's looking the bomb. It's incredible to be doing this video. I can't wait to cover it again once I've found out more on the tail end of the campaign, where I'll give you my final thoughts. But coming in here, man, colour me impressed big time. Thank you so much for watching. You take care, stay safe. Leave a comment down below, and bye-bye for now.